Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so potential buyers have more information about the seller and the business to help them make a buying decision. Before we dive in, let's go over a brief summary of this business. It's a digital product, sponsored posts, and display advertising business created in September of 2015 in the news and education niche. The average monthly revenue for the business is $13,768 and makes an average of $11,327 per month in net profit. The assets included in the sale are primary domain and all site content and files, a secondary domain and all site content and files, contractor relationships, WooCommerce account, social media accounts and pages, which include Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, TikTok, and YouTube, an email list with around 90,000 subscribers, and just as a disclaimer, the buyer will be required to have a legal entity in the country where the Stripe account is located to purchase the business. So for everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 60421 to learn more about the business, or you can unlock this listing to start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. So that's a brief overview of the business for sale. Let's hear from the seller with me today. So welcome to the show, Gabrielle. How are you doing today?
Hi, Nick. I'm doing great. Very happy to be here with you to talk about the business and the opportunity.
Yes, me as well. So I'm looking forward to learning more about you and your business. So to start us off, can you tell me a little bit about your background in building and running online businesses?
Absolutely. I actually have an extensive background in education, and this business was built out of that teaching experience. So I started the online component in the form of a YouTube channel actually in 2011. So the YouTube channel is older than the business technically. So I largely self-taught, but over the years have taken many courses, trainings, and been coached on online business and grown the business to the point it is today.
Got it. So when you started the YouTube channel, did you imagine that you were going to build this business on top of that? Was the plan, or did you kind of just start creating content to see where that led?
To be honest, it was the dream, not so much the plan, because how can you plan, a decade in advance?
Sure.
So many things have changed since then, but definitely it was my dream to build something like this. And it's amazing to be here today with the opportunity to potentially sell it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, congratulations on getting this listed on the marketplace. That's super exciting. So why are you deciding to sell the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
Great question. It's an amazing business. I love it. I have a lot of other business opportunities that I would like to step into, and I want to see this business grow with a fresh owner who would be able to scale it and grow it in different ways maybe than I have. And so that's really exciting to me to put that opportunity out there.
Yep, that's awesome. I know you've had this business for several years now. During this journey, what did you learn from building this that worked that you think contributed to the success that you've experienced?
Yeah, so kind of related to why I'm listing it for sales, what worked was incredible organic growth. I mean, largely, I would say 99%, barring a little experimentation with ads, organic growth through social media. And that's been incredible. But a great opportunity would be for a potential buyer to run ads and just explode that growth.
Yep, definitely. And I do see that you have a lot of different social channels, quite the email following. So it seems like you have definitely focused on this area of organic growth and building a community. So great job with that.
Thank you.
And was there anything, I know you mentioned a little bit that you experimented with ads. Was there anything that you tried with this business that didn't work as well?
To be honest, even the experimentation worked. It's something that I didn't really have the time to do, but I think that's a great opportunity to do more ads. As far as what didn't work, I would just say some content ideas that I've put out over the years or my team of teachers have put out, they seem like great ideas and things that would really help our audience. But for whatever reason, maybe the algorithm didn't love that topic. And so, you learn as you go what organic content is a hit, what goes viral, what not so much. And so just kind of paying attention to trends and algorithms and whatnot is something that could help with that.
Yep, definitely. I guess by definition, not every single post can be viral or a hit. But on that note about just the algorithm and content and organic traffic, let's talk about traffic. I know that you mentioned video content. How is traffic generated though?
Yeah, so a lot of the traffic is coming through search. People who are learning the topics, the language that we teach, English as a second language. And so they're Googling questions, they're coming up with our videos or blog posts. And so it's a lot of it is that search content. Some of it is, trending or recommended videos on YouTube that are served to the particular viewer based on their interests. So it is through a variety of Google search, YouTube videos, social media, so a variety of sources.
Got it. Great. And I know it's been multiple years, so you're maybe more in a maintenance mode for this business as opposed to a growth mode. So can you describe the amount and the type of work that you currently do on this business for maintenance?
Yeah, well, always growing, but yeah, maybe more of a maintenance/growth mode. We actually have, when I say we, the creators and I, we have a stash of about 8 months worth of content that's ready to go out, already made. And so it's really nice to have that just done and ahead of schedule. And so just putting out weekly content, weekly newsletters, email marketing. There's a few other things that are kind of getting into the details. But yeah, it's established. We have a routine. We know what has been working over the years. Not to say there's, not opportunity to try new things. But yeah, it is nice to have an established business that's, officially 7 years old, unofficially 11 with
Right.
the channel.
Yep. Nice. And yes, for any buyer looking to acquire this business, it's definitely nice to have a backlog of all of this video content. And was the video content, is that all created by you, or does your team also help to make some of that content?
Yes. So the free content as well as the premium paid courses are created by a team of teachers individually. So you don't need to have a lot of teachers working on the same project, but I have several different creators who contribute to the YouTube channel, who contribute to creating courses or making updates to the premium courses. It's like a project-based kind of thing. And I just love being able to work with different teachers because they have, the different viewpoints, and it's just, they bring a lot to the different content. So yeah, it is a team of teachers. In the beginning, I will say it was me because I started the business on my own, but for several years now, I've had different teachers contributing content.
Okay, great. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, because it sounds like the buyer doesn't have to create their own content. They already have a team of teachers who can continue to produce the related content.
Correct. And just to add, that is my background, is education. And
Sure.
so I do personally love creating content, but the person who might take this business over does not need to fill that role. There are
Okay.
other people who do that.
Okay, great. So I know you mentioned always growing. Now, if you were to keep the business, what are some ways that you would focus on as far as growth, and how would you try to grow it?
Yeah, I would say new courses, always asking the existing audience, the email list, the social media following, what do you need help with? What's your biggest challenge? What would be an interesting new course to you? And then producing that. I've also thought just bigger picture to even branch out into other languages like Spanish or other popular languages that people might want to learn. Certainly, that would be an interesting idea, using the established brand and methodology with other languages. So I think the sky's the limit, to be honest.
Nice. Definitely. It seems like there are a lot of opportunities here. Of course, with any opportunity, there's also risk with any business model. So, what do you think are the biggest risks with this business that a buyer should be aware of?
That's a good question. We touched a little bit on YouTube and creating content that's attractive to viewers organically, looking at what's trending, the algorithm, other risks. I mean, to be honest, because it's an info product, you don't have the cost of goods, you don't have
Right.
storage costs. It's all very low maintenance and low cost on a monthly basis. So, I mean, I just think there's a lot of opportunity.
Yeah. And you're right. With every business is influenced by a search algorithm, but it seems like this business is just well branded. It's on multiple different channels. So it sounds like that's a potential risk that any with experience in the organic space would understand, but it seems like you're not too worried about that.
Right. And I'll say, I love YouTube. I have a lot of experience on it, but even I have someone who helps me with the YouTube suggested keywords, keeping up with the trends and algorithm. And I would certainly recommend to keep that person because they're very valuable.
Got it. Yeah, good piece of advice for sure. Okay. Well, just some housekeeping questions to wrap this up then. How much support are you willing to offer a new buyer?
Well, definitely, I want to be supportive. Definitely the 30 days, and then anything beyond that time is definitely negotiable. Just kind of depends on the buyer's needs and preferences.
Okay, perfect. And would you commit to a non-compete after the sale of this business?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, great. And are you open to something like an earnout?
Of course, as most people would prefer cash offer upfront, but I'm open to other types of offers.
Okay, great. And last two questions. Putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think this is a business worth buying?
I love that. Well, there's really not a huge cost to maintain, as I mentioned. There's a lot of opportunity to grow through ads, through new courses, even expanding the team or doing some cross promotion with other related kind of social media accounts. There's just so many things that you can do. And I think it would suit someone really well who enjoys the creative aspect, who maybe also enjoys languages, although you don't have to be a language teacher at all, but it's always nice to enjoy the topic. Honestly, something that helps so many people. Obviously, the income is good. There's great opportunity business-wise. But at the end of the day, also, it's like a really feel-good business. I love hearing from so many people how we've changed their lives. And, through learning English, their lives are transformed and they're reaching their goals. And that's really cool. That's a nice bonus.
Yeah, I love that because some businesses are purely for the profit and some have that nice intersection between certainly profitability, but also the impact that you have on your audience.
Yeah, I think it's a business that you can be proud of.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, well, last question potentially. Is there anything you'd like to add that you think I might have missed during the interview?
Just that I'm open to any other questions that potential buyers may have. I'm sure there's more specifics depending on people's backgrounds and, their ideas for the opportunities. But I think that pretty much covers it for now.
Well, yes. So for anyone listening to this, you can unlock this listing and you can schedule time to speak with Gabrielle directly to ask any questions or learn more about the business. Okay, great. Well, I'll wrap this up here. So, Gabrielle, thank you so much for sharing your story and joining us on today's episode. And yeah, I do hope your business is purchased in the near future and by the perfect buyer.
Thank you, Nick. It was a pleasure joining you.
Yes, absolutely. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing number 60421. And if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. And once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.